I had carrots for lunch. I had carrot battens.
What kind of carrots?
I had carrot battens, which I don't like.
In the bag.
Yeah,
The ones in the bag. Yeah.
I have a weird thing with carrots because I love carrots. I really love them, but in a very specific way.
What way?
So I only like them. So basically, because I've been making chicken salad because it's salad season. As soon as the sun comes out, salad season.
Yeah, we have covered salad season, haven't we?
We have. There's
Guinness. You've been hoarding all the big bowls up here.
Basically,
Sorry, off-putting.
Yeah.
It's just
It looks,
literally one there.
Yeah. It looks.
That was a joke. There's a massive bowl down there.
It looks like Howard Hughes pissing in jars.
Oh, it's dreadful. Don't do that.
Yeah.
It just leaves hanging off it.
So I made my big salad, but I ordered because the problem with now, it's the convenience of an online shop or like an Uber Eats shop is better than, means I'll sacrifice
sex.
a lot. Better than sex. It means you don't have to do, which I've always found one of the more grueling parts of kind of the capitalist life was, the idea of doing a weekly shop.
Right.
Because I only really did it at uni, but I always thought when we were going to the big Tesco's on that Sunday, and you're picking out everything for your week,
God,
you're there for
that was a bit
and then
big.
you carry it for like 10. You carry
it's
the
way
bag.
too heavy.
Yeah, and I think that feeling of carrying your slop home.
Yeah, slop is harsh,
But you know what I mean? I found that, and that made me feel like I'd rather be dead constantly. I had that sort of feeling.
I quite liked it when I did it. There's something nice about carrying your produce home. It kind of makes you feel at one with, even though we're so far removed away from nature, at least you have some sort of effort on at least going to the local Tesco. There's something I'm embarrassed about getting deliveries because I feel like now we're going to the part of capitalism that's the most embarrassing thing. When I'm not even going to leave the house to get my slop. Now I want my slop at my doorstep.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But it's almost like it's so capitalist. It kind of comes full circle where you're getting all the benefits.
It's the most embarrassing one is to get your slop delivered to your doorstep.
But the problem with getting doorstep slop is that I probably should do what you go to Morrison's with your...
Yeah, the delivery hop is great. Anyone in London?
I should actually do that because I doing it between Co-op and Sainsbury's, and obviously, either or.
Right, yeah, whatever. Yeah,
and neither of them have any of the stuff. I know that they won't have the stuff, so I overorder, and then they're always like, "Well, we don't have half the things."
You can't mitigate their lack of items by over ordering because there's going to be a few you have no idea what's going to not be available.
But then I've got the key
ingredient when it's the meat that is the worst thing because it's game over.
Terrible.
It's game over. You have to then before I did Morrison's, I had the amount of times I had to go to Sainsbury's after ordering from Sainsbury's because they didn't give me chicken, and there's the closest place to get chicken is Sainsbury's or Co-op. So I'd have to do the walk after doing the order.
You're doing the slop walk.
I don't want to do the slop walk once the slop's been delivered to my doorstep. I want the slop on the doorstep.
Because that's double humiliation.
It's double humiliation.
You're getting the worst of both.
The worst
it's
of
both. When you order your slop, but the chicken doesn't arrive, so you have to get your slop from the slop shop.
You don't know how that song goes, do you?
I didn't get the rhythm of it. But so I have that thing where it's give me the next best thing. If you don't have it, I get it. So
yes, the substitution. Do they even do that with these?
They did
now?
it with So they substituted my organic carrots for carrot battens. And
that's fair.
There's two things that I will always spend as much money as I can on, and that's carrots and bread. Because I just feel like bread, I'm always like, what's the fanciest bread? For how important bread is, I don't mind spending the price range.
But you've got a weird thing with your belly.
I do have a weird thing.
Don't pretend it's about the significance of bread.
I do also.
Makes you feel a bit funny.
This is my. I do think invest in bread because it's like how many loaves of bread are you getting a week? One, maybe two.
What per person?
If on your own, maybe less.
A hell of a lot less on my own.
Okay, one
loaf.
No,
I don't get through a loaf by myself.
So you should get the most expensive loaf you can. Because you can get 50p loaves and you can get £3 loaves. That's probably the price range for bread.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Yeah.
So always go high because that's not something you need to save on because it's such a key part. I know that you have quite a strong view on bread.
Yeah, it's part of my lunchtime discipline
as
routine.
White as possible and as square as possible.
Not true. Not true at all. Nonsense.
What do you have what kind of bread?
It depends. I have been getting white recently. But I have.
By in recently, do you mean for the last 7 years?
No, I mean for the last couple of weeks.
Okay, yeah.
For the last couple of weeks, because I've been doing toasties.
Sure.
Toasties, I prefer.
Toasties fine.
Toasties, you got to have a white.
It's branded toasty bread.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, the Warburton's toasty bread.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
You're cornered. You're snookered. Fair play. But so they brought me the wrong carrots, carrot battens, which I don't. I just got very. That if you get organic carrots and you eat them almost immediately.
Just you talking about organic carrots in this outfit.
I don't like carrots cooked. I don't like cooked carrots.
You don't like
really don't like cooked carrots. It's one of my least favourite things. Probably the thing I'm most fussy about.
So not even in a roast with a nice honey glaze.
I've started now. I'll take 2. I'll put them on my plate. But previously add a bit of colour. I'll often eat 1.5.
You leave half a carrot, even though it's one of your self-professed favourite foods.
Were you? Get the shit out your ears. Listen to what I said.
Yeah, you don't like it when it's cooked, I know, which is why it's surprising.
I said I'm very particular about my carrots. I love a very specific type of carrot. I want it to be as close to it being pulled out the ground as possible. I want it to have almost mud on it. I want it to have a big green thing coming off the back. You know, ideally...
You're fucked, mate. You're a fucked guy.
Ideally, I want a French guy with a market stall who's quite rude, and then I give him a couple of coins, and then he gives me a big...
Vague coins.
Yeah, just vague coins. And then he gives me a big, almost bouquet of carrots. Yeah. That's what I want. Because even the cheap carrots, which don't... It's £1.30 for organic carrots. It's like 40p for cheap carrots. Yeah. Unless you're feeding... a giant family of 7.
Are you munching on it like a rabbit? You're nibbling on it. Are you dipping it in some hummus?
Sometimes, yeah.
So what percentage hummus, no hummus?
Problem with hummus is that hummus is a bitch because once you open it, it's like Mission Impossible.
That's true.
It's like because it's going off. And also, I love the taste of the hummus, but conceptually, yes,
Mission Impossible.
Fine. Conceptually, hummus is kind of gross, I think.
Yeah,
there's something I like it, but it is, similar with baked beans. I understand if you don't like it. There's something.
Yeah.
There's something awry going on there. So, the reason I think I like, for some reason, when I eat a raw carrot, maybe I've had to wash some dirt off. I'm not an animal.
I wonder what that toothbrush is doing near this thing. It's your carrot brush, isn't it, you pervert?
I hear the Lord of the Rings music when I start eating the carrots.
Oh, it's about your past lives again, isn't it? This is about your past lives again, isn't it?
I don't know, maybe it was because...
just have lunch! Stop thinking about your past lives and just have a fucking sandwich.
Well, this is there's more of an escapism, actually. The beans was connected to my many past lives, but the carrots is actually escaping to...
Were you singing the Lord of the Rings theme tune? Downstairs when we got back from badminton... You are the most annoying person. I
think it's because I saw some tasty carrots maybe in the Lord of the Rings films, which were very...
Is it a chicken or the egg situation? Like
what came first?
You like your idea of wanting to go within your past lives, or you like the taste because it reminds you of your past lives?
I think we should change the saying to that.
What comes first, past lives or
I think that's better than chicken and...
Past lives or dirty carrots? Is it the past life or the dirty carrot?
I mean, it's more logically sound than the chicken and the egg. Because the chicken and the egg doesn't work as a...
We went through this we did that on student radio, actually.
It's a Louis C.K. bit.
Yeah.
Which I accidentally did on stage, and then someone told me, and I think I must have stolen it even by accident, which is a terrifying feeling.
What's the bit?
The bit is, people say, what came first, the chicken and the egg? It's the egg.
Yeah.
Of course it's the egg. It's not a good saying. Of course it's the egg. You can't just have... It wasn't just chicken. There was never just... You can't just have chicken.
But it's
not like chicken. The chicken has to come from an egg.
Yeah. Well, it's just what did chickens evolve from, and were they still laying eggs?
At some point, wherever you choose along the evolutionary scale, at some point you have to choose whatever your definition of a chicken is.
Yeah, that's where
one thing that's defining of a chicken is they came from an egg.
And they were laying eggs, probably. But their ancestors were laying eggs.
Yeah, and they're probably some form of chicken creature that
but they'd still lay eggs.
They'd still lay eggs.
So the first thing that would be a chicken would be one that came out of an egg.
Yeah.
So it has to be.
It has to be an egg. So it's a ridiculous.
It's ridiculous when you bring into the theory. When you bring into the theory of evolution.
Yeah. The problem with it is that they lay out what came first, chicken and the egg. as a clear 50-50, as almost the definitive 50-50.
Yeah. Well, it's more of it's a brain teaser, isn't it? Let's not like.
Well, the brain, we've solved it.
Yeah,
crack the riddle.
Yeah, no, it's true when you've got evolution.
So I think instead you should say, what comes first? The love of the many past lives.
No, the desire to be in touch with your many past lives, or the dirty carrot.
Yeah, I think it might catch on.
Yeah. Can you just eat lunch like a fucking normal person?
No, I think...
Were you slung over the counter again?
Yeah, well, my sister, who also loves food, also eats out the fridge.
Also loves food? What do you mean?
Well, she
you really, two just a couple of mad foodies who go around eating dirty carrots and carrot batons?
I didn't actually mean to say I love food, and I mean, she really loves food and is sophisticated, but
so
has
she does
ADHD tendencies that involve...
Are you saying this is you as well?
Well, I think it's an ADHD thing.
What is? You don't have... Do you have ADHD?
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
But have you ever been diagnosed?
I need to, but
that's where I'm going to... Look, because I know more than almost, I think, anyone on the planet that you do have ADHD.
Yeah, we obviously need to get diagnosed because then I can't get my drugs, and I need my drugs now. That's the thing.
Are you willing and ready for drugs?
I'm having problems with... I'm productive with some things and I can work, but there's a couple of things, mainly writing stand-up or like solo stuff, where it's like becoming a real issue.
Just do solo stuff, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, what? And the inability to reply to messages on a regular basis?
Yes. Yeah. Well, loads of stuff, but for actual productivity, I think I need to...
Well, your mind goes, let's go everywhere else before trying to do this.
Yeah, but I can't focus, so I've been thinking about...
Well, even on the podcast.
Drugs. Yes. Well, my dad also... I was speaking to my dad about this. He's back in town. And he has some form of... He definitely has ADHD of some type, but it's kind of like a psychotic... like almost like hyper-capitalist ADHD.
He's like, what's that? Chaotic evil ADHD.
100%.
And you're 100%.
And he's incredibly efficient, but it's... Yeah. So what he does, and so he takes Ritalin... All right, and
on the reg.
Well, if he's working, but then he takes it in a way that's so psychotic, basically, and he's got it down to a strict science, where he has a pill that you crack open, and then he
crack open.
Well, you know, one of those ones that you pull out, and it's got the capsule with powder in it.
He snorts the bastard.
He snorts half of it,
right,
and then takes the other one. Takes the other half.
That seems more impractical than anything else.
So because one, he gets the hit straight away,
and then
it's slow release.
But think about him trying to scoop up the remainder of like half a pill,
or it's a snap a pill and crush it. I don't know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
you don't crush the capsule. You can't snort that, or you like get plastic in your nose, I presume.
Whatever, one of these things. Yeah. And he's for 4 hours. So he goes to bed at 11 p.m. every night.
Yeah.
And a pill lasts about 4 hours.
What does it do, Ritalin?
Ritalin, he said it's a bit cokey, it's a bit speedy, but it's like a focus. It's like...
How does he know that?
Because he takes copious amounts of narcotics.
Yeah.
And then he smokes a joint immediately. So this isn't even with him. He doesn't do it for work anymore. 7... So he does this. He does it all at 7 p.m.
every day.
When he's trying to focus on something, when he's in a work routine, you know. So
wait, 7 p.m. So he's still working. He's got something.
No, that's what's interesting.
Right. So
that's what I hadn't even conceptualized, is that this is to focus. He doesn't take it during work.
Yeah.
He takes it afterwards, and then while he's high and on Ritalin is where he comes up with his ideas and plans his next day, and that means that he can focus on the next day. Which doesn't quite add up to me. And my dad is been known to be a massive bullshitter, but I've never heard of that concept of doing it. But
to plan your next day, but then surely if you didn't have the ability to plan your next day, then you're not going to have the ability to execute the next day when you wake up, and the next day.
There's a lot of questions that need to be asked.
Which they'll be better directed at Peter rather than you.
There's a lot of questions that need to be asked, and I didn't actually ask enough at the time. But Sam has lent me some of his ADHD pills, which I haven't taken yet. I've got 3, so...
You haven't taken... When's a good time to take them?
Well, I don't know, because I need to message him about how to actually do them, because it's like...
Is it just like a 1 a day thing?
Well, no, I think you do it tactically when you need to focus. It's not like a...
Right.
It's not like a everyday type thing.
Yeah, okay. Is it going to fuck you up?
I don't know. Well, I mean, people respond differently. I think my fear is it will be similar to when I started taking modafinil for... Did you ever take modafinil?
No, never.
Didn't need it.
I don't, yeah.
When I was doing essays, and it just meant that I started like really productively procrastinating. So
what does that mean?
Well, it means that like I would get like interested in like pygmy tribes or something, and then I'd be like like sourcing all these documents, going on these wormholes, and it's like, this is the kind of energy
it's
that'd be great.
It's not productively that's procrastinating.
Effectively though.
That's procrastinating.
Yeah, fine, yeah.
No, I never took it. Never had to take it.
Yeah. I mean, it was designed for fighter pilots. It feels.
Yeah. Well, I can't. Yeah, because it just gives you the ability to stay on that. Well, it doesn't with you, does it? Because it just gives you interest.
The key thing is you need to try and do 15 minutes of work on modafinil. Just focus as hard as you can, and then it goes, zoom, and you focus on whatever you're doing.
And you can never do the 15.
But what I'd do is I'd take it and I'd be like, oh, well, it'll kick it at some point, and then I'll be checking something else, and then I'll be like,
genuine,
and then I'd start hyper focusing on that shit.
Genuine maniac.
But I've realised, because we went through it with my family, we're trying to think of anyone who's blood related to us. Is there anyone in either side of the families who doesn't have some form of neurodivergence?
Yeah.
We're talking ADHD, autism, dyspraxia, dyslexia,
Does your mum have
dyscalculia.
anything?
She's ADHD as fuck.
Yeah.
She's actually maybe the most ADHD of all of us.
Yeah.
And we came up with my cousin Tom.
Right.
That's it.
There's what out of the whole tree?
Dad's side and mum's side.
Yeah.
That's one person.
That's not great.
How much neurodivergence do you got cooking?
Probably a lot. It's
well, you got loads of fucking... I've got
too many cousins.
Yeah.
Too many cousins, too many aunties, too many uncles. I think my thing would be
Is it prevalent? Are you the black sheep?
No, I think we're all just kind of fuckheads. Do you know what I mean? There seems to be, from the Irish family...
Yeah, and that seems like slightly different. There's something different going on there.
There's something... I think there's a... I don't even know what it is going on. I don't know them well enough. Because I think I'm a Kerwin rather than a Bowles, mostly, in my mindset.
Yeah.
And so because I haven't actually had that much exposure to the Kerwins, when I see them, I'm like, you've got the same thing that I have.
What? So what? When would you see them at?
Well, it would have been just something to... If it was my nan's birthday.
Yeah.
That's kind of the only time I'd ever see them.
Yeah.
But then they just kind of go around.
Because you live very different lives to the Kerwins.
Yeah, but they'd be getting like a bit too drunk. They'd be saying stuff that's a bit like, fucking hell, what's that? And they'd just be a bit like, I don't know, just there's something a bit loose. They're loose
cunts.
They're kind of loose cunts.
They're loose cunts.
Which I'm like, there it is. Yeah. I can kind of see myself in them.
Yeah.
But then I don't know any of them well enough to properly dive into that. Plus, there's going to be too much divergence when there's like 22 cousins.
But it's a great sample.
Because Melissa's not like that. My sister is not like that. She's very straight edge. But that's because she's got a lot going on in her own head. Yeah. I think if she didn't have her mental issues, she'd be
a loose cunt.
She'd be a loose cunt like me.
Yeah.
Or maybe
because you've got 27 cousins. That's 22. That's a great sample pool. So maybe next time if you could collect.
Well, it's tough to get together now that Nanny's died.
Yeah, so that means you probably won't be able to see them all.
I will never see them again. That's the weird thing.
What is it? They wouldn't be all be coming to weddings.
No, Dad's wedding has happened, so that's when I see them. You just got
to hope there's an early funeral to one of your closest and dearest.
I honestly think if there was... No, but genuinely, I don't think after Nanny there is no funeral that would bring us all together. That would bring me there, because we're particular outliers for some reason.
Yeah. But you're still the loose cunt.
It's still there. Like, give it a minute. Well, one of my cousins actually messaged me saying they listened to the podcast.
That's scary.
Scary?
Yeah, well, you just don't know. I always get scared.
They probably stopped listening, but yeah, no, there's something going on in the Kerwin genes, but it's not as clearly like neurodivergent as yours is.
There's just something going on.
It's more kind of a quest through the dirt for something. and you better be sure we're going to get our hands dirty.
I mean, it is quite an Irish trope, because I think Irish people drink in a certain way. I think everyone in the UK, every country in the UK drinks, but there's a certain type of Irish drinking, which is I
think so.
I feel Irish drinking. There's definitely. There's a yearning there.
Yeah, but there's also
a yearning for the flute.
But there's a silliness. There's actually more of a silliness in Irish drinking than there is in British drinking, English drinking.
Yeah.
Like particularly in Dublin, you see it's like you go to the pub and there's a man playing a fiddle and everyone's stomping around and there's laughter. There's a lot of jokes.
There is laughter.
There's laughter.
There's some tears.
Not as much as England. Britons, you've got drunk girls coming out of the bathroom stalls shouting at people.
Fine, yeah, but that's true.
English people are more tears. Irish people are more jolly. It's a jolly kind of drunk, I think.
Okay, because I'm only really, my only real sample size is that in comedy, I guess you have, a lot of Irish people.
Just because Mike goes to therapy doesn't mean my points. Doesn't mean my point's invalid.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't have enough data, but
well, neither do I. In honesty, as I say, I don't speak to my Irish family, and I've been to Dublin once.
I hung out with some Irish comics, and it is jolly, but there's a melancholy there that I think is missing from English drinking.
Yeah, but I think the melancholy I think there's a melancholy in sobriety of Irishness, but that is destroyed, and then drunkenness is like one of the best you can ever feel.
Yeah.
So I think the drunkenness actually brings out the joy, the melancholy, whereas for British people it actually puts more melancholy in.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't really know, to be honest.
That's not what this podcast is about. It's not about knowing. It's about
that's true.
Taking a stab. Did you watch the coronation? Did you manage to watch it at all?
No, I didn't watch a single second of it.
No,
not 1 second of it. Did you?
Yeah, I watched. I tried to watch it. It did drag a bit. Certainly when it got in. I like when everyone's coming in, and I like that shit.
You're a big procession guy.
I'm a big procession guy.
Yeah,
as soon as it gets in the fucking church, then it starts getting.
Does it remind you of like a chapel service?
It does. It was a lot of that.
Yeah, because it is.
Because it is. Yeah.
I don't know why you look so shocked. I was like, that's exactly what it is.
I like it when they're all coming in and the commentators are like, oh, and then there's Lord Pinkin Floggington, who's
yes,
and there's the whispered kind
it's
of
almost like gossip.
And there's a lot of no.
It is like standing.
Prince William, who likes to be.
It is like standing with
arse with a big dildo.
It is like standing with your sibling at a Cohen family event and she's explaining who everyone is as they walk through the room who you've never seen. That's that kind of hushed respect.
Yeah.
But also, it's like a gossip kind of thing that goes
Definitely. There was a lot of hats on show.
And any standouts at all? Or?
No, it was pretty good outfits. That I still feel like there's a couple of things which I would have changed. Like when the king was getting anointed with holy oil, they brought on these 4 banners.
Holy oil?
Something like that.
Water?
Oil, I don't know. Oil's more Catholic, isn't it? Oil?
Or
something. He's getting anointed.
Yeah. Water?
You can get anointed with oil.
Can you?
Yeah.
What kind of oil? Olive?
No, it's like a generic oil, just a clear
like
oil,
the black sludge oil.
No,
generic oil.
Crude oil is
crude oil. But what oil could it be? Olive oil, vegetable oil.
Yeah, it's just one of those oils. Cooking oil. It's a clear oil. You get there's oil. Oil is in a lot of these ceremonies. Have you not come across oil in?
No, I haven't.
All of Christendom.
No, in my journeys around Christendom, not once have I seen someone be anointed with cooking oil.
No, as well. A lot of priests who listen to this
are screaming at the screen. Come on, boy.
They're scoffing. But yeah,
yes,
they got 4 banners around him so that he was going to be anointed in privacy. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Right. That's like, but then on the banners,
would you want to be anointed in privacy?
I would want to be anointed in privacy.
For me, I think I could be anointed in public.
I think there's something cool about, and maybe they could have done more of this.
Have the moment.
Well, it was more like the public and the private. Such a public thing. It's like we're showing this to millions and millions of people, but no, you can't see this. This is, and then it's a bit more mystery. It's like suddenly, as soon as Charles was behind the banner, I was like, "Who's this guy? Who's this king?" And then you see his fucking miserable face and his fat fingers, and you're like, "Ugh, I don't want this king. I want to see just a crown poking up above it." And I'm like, "Wow, who's this?" Yeah. That's how you create majesty. Yeah, is by hiding, behind banners.
Yeah, I'm not sure
that's
that works.
That's how I would be king.
It's hard to pledge allegiance to someone that is like 70 years old that's been around the block and you never see him before.
I don't know, man.
You pledge allegiance to that king?
Yeah, but then I would pledge allegiance to that king because that would be
the mystery king.
Well, yeah,
you have no idea what he looks like.
It'd be better than.
I think that that's the whole point of monarchy is for them to be present.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
Would you say the whole point of monarchy is for them to... The whole point of monarchy in my head is it's a symbolic role.
Yeah.
And so if you make it as symbolic as possible, where it's like...
Just
a crown bobbing above... You never see him. Because then it wouldn't be like, the king's brother's been seen noncing about, because they're all hidden as well.
Right, so that would give them free reign to go and nonce about.
I guess so. But I think that one of the main problems that we've had...
But how can you have a symbolic binding
their personalities
together?
It's like,
how can you have a symbolic binding?
Why are we pledging our allegiance to these shit cunts? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you didn't have that with the Queen. So how can everyone rally behind one person?
She's an outlier.
How can everyone rally behind one person if you're not even allowed to see that person because they're always hiding or squatting behind the banner when they make their public appearance?
Well, they'd have the crown above, so you'd be able to see the crown.
So I know that you'll know it's the king. Do they shake hands outside the banner, or is it just...
How I'd want... If I was the king, how I'd want to do it is I'd want to be hiding in places where it looks like I think I'm hidden, but what's sticking out is just my crown. So just the image is like I'm sneaking about, and it looks like I think I'm hidden.
That's always that screams royalty, doesn't it? Sneaking about, the sneaky king.
That's what I'd want to be, the sneaky king, the sneakiest king of England. That's me.
God, it would be abolished within a second if it was.
And then every time the camera's moved, I run from pillar to pillar in the coronation.
Right, so you're no longer behind the banners.
Yeah.
I'm imagining it like
we moved on from the banner thing. I'm
imagining it like a Robin Hood situation, the animation of Robin Hood, where he kind of goes around. In when you see and there's like 4 big bears bears in both.
The bears would come.
The bears would come in both senses of the word, and they kind of carry you around.
Yeah.
On like a stone platform with 4 banners either side, and then you'd go and meet the public.
Yeah, but I wouldn't meet the public.
No, but you're outside.
I'd be carried to my house.
You said you're running from pillar to pillar.
And then
what pillars are you running from it to?
In Westminster Abbey.
Oh, so not even the people within the Abbey can see there?
Well...
Is this for the coronation?
Well, I'm sneaking about, so it isn't as ritualistic as like, and now we are bringing in the mysterious king. Yeah. It's literally like, can I make it to my hidden banner without anyone spotting me? So everyone's sitting down.
Right.
And then me with my big crown on.
Yeah. So this is an individual decision for you as a king rather than this is how the monarchy works.
This is how I wish the monarchy was.
Yeah.
But this is how I would do it.
How you bring it in. How would you change history?
Well, no, actually I wouldn't change it. The whole point of being a king is being mysterious and sneaky. My version of mysteriousness...
The whole point of being a king...
In this concept.
Okay. Yes.
My take on royalty, which in this world means being mysterious and sneaky, would be at my coronation, I need to try and get to the throne without anyone seeing me apart from my hat. And I want to do that in as bold a way as possible. So I'd create distractions in the room.
Right.
All right. So there'd be like
bombs and the like.
No, stink. I'm not doing stink bombs. So that would take completely away from the majesty of the moment.
Okay, so how are you getting from famously churches are kind of one of the Westminster Abbey is one of the straightest places.
There's wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and there's pillars. All right.
Well,
So what I'd have? I don't know. I'd probably have I'd maybe have Sting, the musician, would appear.
So he's in on it. Does Sting? Are you like Banksy? A couple of people know what you look like.
Yeah, a couple of people. My family and stuff. It's just
like Stormzy knows what you look like.
Stormzy's met me.
Yeah.
Stormzy's met me, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
Sting starts playing over on that side of the church. Everyone immediately is like, "Oh my god, that's Sting!" But it's uncomfortably to the side.
Are there not security going? No, Sting.
No, this is part of the
right.
This is. Are you thick? This is part. This is part of the day. This has been planned in.
Yeah, but
I'm the king.
Well, I know I didn't watch the ceremony, but I don't remember the point when they were in Westminster Abbey.
This is what I would do for my coronation.
So so then you're not just doing a concert for like the celebration for the plebs. It's like we're going to bring Sting in.
Well, we could do something maybe a bit more religious, a bit more in keeping with the vibe. But I think
just who's going
to bring that wow factor? Who's going to be like, what the fuck?
The Westminster Abbey Choir.
They're pretty good.
They bring a wow factor.
Yeah, but you need a big shock.
Right. So Sunday Sting's there.
But if we're all, if everyone's facing this way, Sting is right to the right there, so everyone's sort of uncomfortably crane their heads.
Yeah.
At that moment, I take that to try and get from one pillar to another.
Wait, but in what way is this? Do you mean across the main path, or do you mean from one side to?
I'm going down the left-hand side of the church. Right. Sting's on the right-hand side of the church. So I'm going from pillar to pillar. I have to wear the crown the whole time.
You are naturally going to be in some people's eyesight.
That's
how it works.
If you can catch
Sting
me,
is not going to be a big enough distraction, because some people who are who are on this side facing your side of the Abbey, they're going to be looking at Sting, and you're going to be running past in their eye line.
Sting has his back against the wall.
Yeah, still, think about the angles of it. If you're from here and here and Sting's over there and you run that way, then you're going to be in some people's eye line.
Well, I'm only trying to get from
You've
one
actually
pillar.
shot yourself in the foot by bringing Sting involved as well.
I'm trying to get from one pillar to another. I'm not trying to make the whole way with Sting.
Why do we even need to get from one? Why do we even need any distraction or secrecy? No one knows what you look like.
I've got a crown on.
No, you don't. No, that's the coronation. You get given the crown when you're up there. You're the one who watched it.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's how I'd get back.
Right.
Once I've got the crown on.
Right. You'd have to have some pretty good distractions. Everyone would be like, I wonder what this king fucking looks like.
But the reason why you do this, obviously there's loads of ways. I could probably go under the crypt and then come out the other end. It's about trying to be as in plain sight as possible while still wearing the crown without being seen.
Yeah, but then
that's the.
Why is it about that? Why is it about that? Why in the world would it be about that?
Because I'm a symbol.
But that's only for you.
Yeah.
Because if you're not seen, then it doesn't matter how close you came to be seen, because no one's seen you. Therefore, it doesn't.
Well, if they did see me, that would take away from the mystery and the majesty, because they'd see a man
why are you even
with a crown running for his life.
Yeah.
From
so
pillar
then why
to pillar.
even play that game? Why not just not be seen and let it work like that?
Because I feel there's something to me that's where I'd get the joy from.
Right. Oh, so it is. If it's for you, then that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. I get it. I get that it's for you.
But I also would respect another king who does it. So that's how I think you should be a king. I think that's, to be honest,
I'm going to go for a week.
I think that's how commentators. I think commentators would be like, that's very kingly. That's very kingly behaviour as he runs from pillar to pillar.
Yes. Well, big news is I've quit my vape. It's happened.
Yeah.
It's been
here at the Boys Gone Wild Foundry, we all support you.
It's been horrible. When was it? So it happened. What I said was if my vape broke, I'll do it.
And it broke.
It broke.
Yeah.
Annoyingly, I could be still puffing on the Magic Dragon, but now here I am.
You're probably in the midst of the hardest part.
Yeah, this is the hardest part.
Yeah.
They said the first 3 days is the hardest part, particularly the third, which is tomorrow. I've done a lot of research.
Really? Have you actually?
Yeah, because it's like, you just kind of look it up being like, because part of it you're like, is this normal? And then you want to know roughly how long is this going to take?
Does it make, why my penis so small?
Yeah, why balls look weird? And it's like, it's because you're quitting vaping. It's like, yeah, okay, good, yeah. So this should be, apparently the third is the hardest, which is tomorrow.
Okay.
But it'll be fine.
Is there a lot of,
I had a glass of whiskey before I came up, and that was when I was like,
that part of like trying to
be like, because if I can't drink and not vape, then I'm fucked. Then it's over. Might as well. I'd have to take like a month off drinking, go somewhere. I'd basically have to go to rehab
or Centre Parks or something. Well, I mean, you
by myself. I'd have to go to Centre Parks by myself and just play fucking sport and just cycle around everywhere.
Well, rehab's not far off.
Yeah, I know. I know it's not far off. No, so this is having a drink was the first one. I was like, it would just be. That's the first time when I've allowed myself to think, it would just be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't really allowed myself to think that.
But nice is the killer of.
To camera. To camera. Come
but
on.
as we've learned,
to camera.
Nice is the killer of the back of your throat.
Of the back of your throat. It's true. It's
a classic trait.
So one, it was a bit like, fuck it, just have one, otherwise it's all going to be fucked anyway.
Yeah.
Biggest challenge, but no, I'm not going to have a vape tonight, which is good. Yeah. So it's just about kind of getting through that. However, it's been mental how out of it I felt.
Yeah.
That was the biggest symptom I felt is just like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, it's probably the hardest thing I've had to quit.
Yes, 100%.
By a mile.
100%. I mean, I smoked for probably 4 years.
Oh, you quit? Yeah, but you didn't really quit smoking because you went to vaping.
I went to vaping.
Yeah, so that's not a hard change.
Yeah. I mean, for some it is. Some people just don't really latch on to vaping. Like,
what's the vape community like online? Supportive? So like when you're doing the research of...
I'm not really going on forums for medical advice. I tend to go on...
doctors. Yeah. Okay, fine.
I'm not typing it on Reddit. Like,
it's not like Puff Dragon 699. No. It was tough, boy, but keep going.
No, I don't trust those people, actually. Yeah. It's good to get a broad idea of it. No, but I've been smoked for like 4 years, and then probably vape for 4. So this is
That's
me.
4 and 4.
I've had nicotine every single day of my life for 8 years. And 2 days ago, I went, okay, I better stop now. So you've always been waiting for that moment, and then you're just like, it's here. Yeah. And it's more like what I have, because I've had it for a few other things. I'm like, it's here. It's like, and you feel like a bit of a dickhead if you don't do it. So you're like, fuck it, let's do it.
I think it's the perfect time to do it. Yeah, definitely.
It is. There's slow. There's not that much on in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, because you don't want to be around too many people because you might be quite antsy in your pantsy.
It's not like you might be a bit anxious. You don't want to do a podcast on the internet when you're 2 days into the withdrawal symptoms.
Yeah, you might be,
That's part of the fun though.
Yes.
But no, I'd think it is fucking hard.
If you guys could post motivational comments supporting Andrew in his quitting vape journey.
This is a lavender flavour.
Oh yeah, we need to let people know that's not a vape.
Yeah, I know. What do you mean the camera's on?
That's so funny.
Yeah, this is a lavender.
The most delusional man ever.
Yeah, God, it's tough.
Can I have a taste of that?
Yeah,
just to see what it's saying.
Yeah. It's a Ripple Plus 0% nicotine. That one tastes like lavender. It's not nice. You can pass it back. You don't have to look like that.
No. It's
well, one of them's actually good.
One of the big fun, like that's maybe 40% of the fun is the.
It's the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've gone through these quite quickly.
Yeah.
But
so you've had a lot of lavender. You've been crushing
the pomegranate and lavender and mint. Doesn't quite hit in the same way. But no, it's weird. Just how out of it you feel. Honestly, I promise you, I felt the last 2 days have been a dream. I've been kind of like, it's been a nightmare to concentrate at work.
I can only imagine.
And it's like the time goes so slowly because you're constantly battling against your mind going, well, don't have that. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
So then it means just like, you're like, I've just got to get through this day and then we'll get a bit better.
Yeah.
And that means time goes so slowly while you're doing it.
Yeah, it's like a watch
It's
clock.
actually not great.
It's not fun.
But the thing is with me, I know once I've made a decision, I often make that decision, which is I do have good willpower because I was like, this is going to be my one.
You've never decided to quit ever.
No, never decided. This
or
is
even
the
to
first
cut down.
time.
It's never.
Yeah, because I remember saying on the podcast, I was like, maybe a month ago, I was like, it's probably time. Yeah. So,
well, this is a men's mental and physical health podcast. So
there it is.
People can please post supportive comments for Andrew and his journey.
That will make it so much worse.
Please, that would make it a lot worse.
Please fucking don't. I would just feel like, that will make me want to vape. I feel like, well, I'm not doing it for them. Fucking hell. No, but that's just because it's fun. I'll update on the journey. I feel mental. I've been saying some mental things.
What do you mean? How does it manifest itself? What do you mean out of it? Is it just your focus?
Yeah, no, it's my eyes. Like, I found, even if I'm watching something on the TV or my laptop.
Now you know what it feels like to be ADHD.
No, I don't. No, I fucking don't. Don't compare the two. No, it's like, it's not that my mind goes somewhere. I've struggled actually focusing my eyes on something. You know when you kind of go like that?
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it's been like for the last 2 days. Everything's felt like a daze and a dream. And it's like, there's a bit of, you feel a bit, it's like a bleak dream because it makes you feel a bit anxious and depressed.
But not a nightmare.
It's not a nightmare yet.
It's a bleak dream. I like the positivity there.
Yeah, it's a bleak
dream.
It's like
a horrible...
It's like a dark,
scary dream.
Terrifying dream. No, I have a fear that nightmares come tomorrow. But I don't think it will. I think this is as bad as it
I guess you don't feel the immediate health benefits in the same way to keep you going.
No, it actually gets a bit worse before it gets better because it kind of expels, your lungs expel all the things.
Bile. All the bile.
Sure,
the orange bile, the red bile,
Orange
all
bile,
the different
green
coloured
stuff.
bile.
So yeah, because again, like your, I don't know, your throat, you get all the mucus and stuff out, so you get a bit of a cough. I haven't had that yet.
Yeah.
It's been fine.
You need to be,
it might be different vaping.
You need to be, I think you need to be cleaned out. I think you need to be taken to a white room and someone to like...
Well, that's kind of what I'm doing.
I think you need to be expelled. I think, well, not expelled, but I think you need to expel everything from your body.
What's that thing where you do in prison? Like a lice. What do? They like lice you? No?
What would they get to check you've got lice?
Well, no, they just, but they have to like put shit on you to make sure you're not carrying disease into the prison.
Well, you need, But I was thinking
delousing.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah, you haven't watched enough prison.
Doesn't sound good to me. I think you need an enema would be good. Good place to start.
Do you think why? Because that would help me.
Well, I'm just saying it's the feeling of like this is getting rid of all toxins.
Yeah.
And then that's blasting water up your ass.
Yeah. I think an enema would make me turn back to vaping.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think just let the body do its thing rather than try and expel anything via the enema.
Yeah. But that's tough, man.
Yeah,
that's
it's
heavy.
good fun though.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes as the days go on. I'll be in a bed.
I think the more you talk about it is good because it also puts more
pressure.
It makes it. Well, if you come back and you're vaping, there's going to be more disappointed
what's
people. It's like, we believed in you.
I do think it's done. The thing is, I think it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've done this before and it has worked. It's stuck. It was like moving from cigarettes to vape. I was like, I'm going to stop that.
Yeah, because I guess it's like...
This is obviously a lot harder.
So, you're taking your vices down. And I wonder, do you think you could... Can you put your energy into... Is this going to open up a cavern to put an energy into another...
Well, I've been swimming.
I guess so. Maybe instead of vaping.
I think maybe because it was like...
Maybe you could have a health kick. That could be...
I kind of am having a health kick in a way.
A health renaissance.
Well, I've been drinking smoothies, doing sport and stopping vape. That's a health kick.
That is a health kick. Are you still smoothing?
Yeah, every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well, because now I have to as well before I go and do the sport.
Are you going to become Rob Lowe in Parks and Rec? Just only eating lentils.
Yes. No, it's my idea of hell, but it's a nice balance. Because I had too many vices. I was a man of many vices. Yeah. And I knew that the day of reckoning...
And the charm wears off the older you get.
Yeah. Because I have been like conscious of when each thing wears off.
And Vice is going into bankruptcy. So what does that say?
I think it was the most appropriate time to have a health kick, isn't it?
People are sick of vices,
It's all over. There's no money in them anymore. Just kick them out. You don't need it. Yeah, true. Weird. I like it. Anyway, that's that. So there might be some updates to come.
Yeah. There might be some bad behaviour. There might be some erratic social media posts. Yeah. There might be some rants.
I'm staying away from that, yeah. I'm not sure if... Oh, God. I've been pissed off in some of the things you've said already on this podcast.
Yeah.
No, I haven't really, but no, so just watch out for any of those. I think this should be the only week where it seems visibly affected. Maybe next week as well. Yeah. Maybe next week. But
I think 2 weeks is the general rule of thumb for all of these sort of things. Cutting sugar, all of that sort of stuff.
So maybe 2 is... That's doable.
That's something in my head
I really want it before we do the Top Golf thing.
Yeah.
Because if I'm just pissed off playing mini golf, which I won't be, because that's 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
So that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, because I in my head I've often thought about what it would be like to quit sugar completely.
Yeah.
But apparently that's like that. Yeah. I know that would absolutely ruin me.
Yeah.
Because that's like for like 5 days it's absolute hell.
Yeah. All sugar.
Yeah, because when you power through the 5 days, then it's like apparently incredible.
Ecstasy.
It's like amazing.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Well, it's one of those.
I just don't know if I like to do it like a challenge because I've definitely got like a addiction to sugar.
But what do you like? What kind of stuff?
Well, I feel like I feel like a genuine like. I feel genuinely like the relationship I have with sugar is quite addictive. Where like I feel like I need it.
What kind of items of food? Like the.
What do you mean? Just what's sugar?
But that you're specifically addicted to, unless you're shoveling teaspoons down your mouth.
No, I'm not shoveling teaspoons, but stuff with sugar in it. Sweets.
Yeah, but what
biscuits,
are you addicted to with sugar?
Sweets, biscuits, chocky.
Well, I'm just asking.
Sweet stuff. What do you...
No, that's fine. I'm just asking what you eat that you think you're addicted to with
I think just the way I eat it can be kind of like,
Yeah, because I didn't really eat that much sugar until the fruits came in, which is why I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. Well, I do.
Although, feeling hungrier, I'm going to get some biscuits in.
Because of the...
Yeah, it's a thing. Your appetite goes up and I could get fat. This is my biggest chance to get fat.
This is it.
So buckle in. It could be good.
Did I hear that you started playing Hogwarts Legacy?
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, we did it. It's out. It finally came out. The controversy, who cares? We're playing it. It's all good fun. Great. It's a 10 out of 10 game.
Is it?
It's 10 out of 10.
So it's out now, PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
me and
you played it with Adam.
Yeah, Adam. Me and Elle got it for Adam's birthday. It was like, we'll buy it because me and Adam were going to go halves on it. So our birthday present was that we'll just pay for that half.
Oh, that's nice.
And it came out on the Friday. So I think we were actually one of the first people in the UK to play Hogwarts Legacy on the PS4. That's just a kind of humble.
Did it just come out?
Yeah, it came out last Friday on PS4.
Okay.
Yeah. We went to the pub. We had quite a few beers, and then we only had 4 actually. We were on the cusp of it, and then we came back, and there was a street party going on that we hadn't been invited to.
Another one.
The third one that's happened.
It outside of our house?
It was directly outside our house,
as they always are.
There's like an assembly of tables all pushed together, which kind of we're almost
blocking
like
the door.
Centerpiece is our house, and then it's just 4
we're almost a wall.
20-year-old boys just looking out, not being invited. They invited us, me and Adam, so we walked past to go and get a bottle of whiskey, came back, and one of them went, you're the boys that live over there, aren't you? Yeah, well, you're more than welcome to come and join us. So me and Adam went
I think there'd be some nasty comments and I wouldn't like it.
I think that's not true.
Do you not think?
There wouldn't be any nasty comments. I wouldn't go out with you in a heartbeat. You do something weird.
I wouldn't do something weird. I'm good with strangers.
You'd just be like awkward. You'd be awkward.
I would struggle to speak to them for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking our neighbour said a comment I didn't like.
I love our neighbour. I think he's one of the best men on the planet.
So do I. You know how I feel about him. But then this was he put... so on Sunday night, as is often, if we're all in the house, that's quite a classic takeaway night. All right, Taha got takeaway, and then almost directly afterwards, I got a takeaway. And clearly he'd been in and out and seen all the takeaways coming in. Yeah. And maybe someone got the wrong house. And then I saw him pointing, no, it's that house. And then he saw me and he goes, yeah, the guys whose kitchen doesn't work. But like, it wasn't that. It was leaving a leg out.
He's joking. He's joking.
He is, but he was leaving a leg out.
That's fine with me.
You don't mind him leaving a leg out?
Yeah, like that. I think you're more insecure.
I was more like, all right.
Well, I think that says that you're actually feeling a bit insecure about getting a takeaway.
No, I'm more like, it's none of your business. You know, I don't think that's for you to make that joke with me standing in my doorway in a vulnerable moment.
Yeah, but the vulnerable moment is it a vulnerable moment?
Yeah, of course it's a vulnerable moment.
It's a Saturday night. Have a takeaway.
Sunday night. But
even better.
That's what I thought. But I definitely think it's vulnerable getting getting food delivered is embarrassing.
Absolutely embarrassing. I know it is.
I do it all the time, but it is undeniably humiliating.
Exactly. But I think you've got to.
And he saw me vulnerable, and he took advantage of that.
Yeah. But
the boys who don't have a kitchen. It's like, all right, lad.
No, because he's going to have some fun with it.
I don't know. Because if I was him,
I think
if I was him, I wouldn't like us that much, and that's completely fair.
No, and he said some nice things to us recently.
What's he said?
Well, we said the thing about the house. It's not interesting for the podcast, but he has said some nice things. I'm a Mark fan. Anyway, we came back, and then they went. Mark was there. We'd had some excellent banter with him.
Good.
About the Gould name actually, and something else, and then
he's an East London Gould. He could easily be related.
Well. Maybe. Is your dad Gould? Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, he could be. Well, no, because I asked, he said he's got Irish descent. So I was like, so he's not.
Probably not, yeah.
But then these 2 ladies said, do you 2 boys want to come out? And then we were like, maybe. And we came back in the kitchen and we stood there for genuinely half an hour trying to work out whether it was a good idea to go out or not.
You decided against it?
In the end, we flipped a coin. Because I would have been straight out, but I went swimming and hadn't eaten anything and then had 4 pints. So I was like, I don't want to say something weird.
Yeah.
And I think Adam was under the impression that we'd go out for 10 minutes and come back in. I was like, you got to be out there for half an hour.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't think 10 minutes works.
I think 10 minutes is almost rude.
I think if you're putting the bins out and if you're clearly doing a task, then 10 minutes is fine.
And then you pop over. If you've gone back in the house after an invitation and you come back out, half an hour minimum.
Yeah. It's nice that the street has a... is it for the coronation? Or was it just a general?
Well, it must have been actually because it was the Friday before the coronation. Was the coronation a Saturday? Yeah. It was that Friday before, so that might have been it. But we went back in and we decided not to. So then we played Hogwarts Legacy.
Just you and Adam.
Just Adam and I, yes.
Yeah.
We didn't bring the street party in. Like, forget that, guys. Come in here.
Yeah.
So you basically make a character at the start.
Yeah.
We decided to go for Slytherin, go for bad.
Go bad.
I think go bad. It's more fun.
Stand out.
It's way more fun.
Yeah. If you go Gryffindor, it is lame. You can't be.
Is.
Yeah.
Especially in
pretty much anything but Gryffindor's fine.
Yeah.
But you can't be that much of a main character.
I want to be valiant.
Yeah. Just like
fuck off. Grow up. Yeah. So a lot of the difficulty in these kind of games is you want to make your character quite fit, but you don't want to make him too fit.
So you get to choose the house you're in.
Yes.
I think it would have been cool if you could, not to critique the game with knowing nothing about it, and the first thing I heard about it, I think it would have been cool if you kind of just decide the characteristics and the way it looks, and then it sorts it for you.
You can.
Okay.
Not the characteristics, not the way it looks, because it isn't to do with looks, is it?
It's to do with your soul. It's your soul.
To do with your soul, and your magicking, whatever the fuck it is. But I think it's the way that can happen. I think in the Sorting Hat, he asks you one question, and the answers are pretty fucking obvious. Which answers which house, basically. But if you wanted to do it like that, you could do it.
Oh, I see.
But it's not like a dense personality test. It's like one question, and the answers are like valiant, smart, loyal, or cunning.
What's it? Valiant,
smart, loyal, or cunning.
Yeah.
I didn't think of the questions. I thought of the different houses.
So Hufflepuff's the learning difficulties house.
Yeah, it's like loyal and they like plants maybe or something.
Because Ravenclaw's smart, then there's just the goodies. There's goodies, baddies, the clever clogs, and then there's just Hufflepuff.
And then there's just, I just imagine them frolicking around quite a lot. And not really getting much information from anything. Just being like, that's a nice plant. Oh, that's really nice field, isn't it?
Oh, God.
But I presume they're just like loyal. That's what, like...
What does that mean?
I think loyal's for some reason in that, like in a positive way. I feel like loyal's the opposite to smart. Do you know what I mean?
Because
does that make sense? Yeah. Because it's a bit like you're dumb.
It's like a dog.
You're like a dog, and you need because loyal and smart go really well together.
Yeah.
Because the smart one leads it, the loyal person follows.
Yeah, exactly.
So it kind of makes sense.
It's true.
But yeah,
it is thick being loyal.
It's thick being loyal. It is. It really is. So we decided to go for Slytherin. Now, how do you feel about this name? Because it's a 10 out of 10 name.
Okay. I'd rather come in blind without knowing it's 10 out of 10.
Well, no, for me it's 10 out of 10.
Okay, all right.
But it is 10 out of 10, and whatever you say would be wrong if it's not 10 out of 10.
Sure.
So we're Slytherin. We made the guy we want to make him a bit fit, but we want to make him look evil. We kind of failed with that. He's way too fit. He's
hot.
He's so hot. And it's a shame.
How old is he? Like 12?
No. They come in he's 17, 18 actually.
Does he come from a different school?
Yeah. No, he's like new to magic. It's very
late bloomer.
Yeah, well, not a late blook. That's a whole thing. I don't want to know spoilers. You'll see if you play. But no, he comes in like 4th year, which is the thing.
Yeah.
So he's a bit too attractive. The scars.
You added scars?
Yeah, of course. Everyone adds scars. Yeah. Like, if you're not adding scars, you're not playing Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy. The scars are like fine, but you can either do really horrible ones or kind of sexy.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to choose the really horrible ones because you're like, we've got to run around with him. We've got to see him in cutscenes the whole time. So we did the kind of sexy scars. So he's a bit too sexy. We wanted him to be a bit more evil, but he looks evil. Yeah. But if he was wearing different robes, he could be in a different house, which is a shame. Because we didn't want to go for the bait blonde hair thing for Slytherin.
Yeah.
But so the name is thus. The name is Sebastian Sinister.
Sebastian Sinister.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Obviously,
Sebastian's a good name for it.
Obviously, double S.
Slytherin.
Sounds like a snake. Sebastian Sinister. There's like almost 3 S's in there. It sounds like the name of a snake. You know, that's whatever.
Yeah.
Sin is we got Sin.
Bad boy. He's bad. He's evil.
Sin. Yeah. Sinister sounds a bit like sinister.
Yeah.
I think that's all of the and the final, it's a slight dop off the cap to their kind of ancestors. With Sinazar, Salazar, Slytherin. Salazar, Sinazar. There's 4...
What's Salazar?
Salazar Slytherin is the founder of Slytherin House. So there's 4 things there.
That's good, yeah.
Sebastian Sinazar. And then we went in and there's 2 kind of main NPCs, are they called? Yeah.
Non-playing
computer.
Just people who aren't people.
Oh, maybe not. Well, the 2 people that are in the storyline that you meet.
No, NPC is actually a background. Okay. So NPCs are the people walking around going like...
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah. It's not them. So it's 2 characters that you kind of interact with. And there's one from Gryffindor and one from Slytherin. And the guy from Slytherin is called Sebastian. Which is a bit of a shame.
So they're both called Sebastian.
But it shows
how on
the fucking money we were.
So is it a bit of a choose your own adventure, I imagine, where you can there's a lot of moral decisions?
Nah, I think you basically is it just a story? The same one. I think you can respond
because it's open world, isn't it?
So it is open world,
but
we played for about 6 hours, and I don't know exactly.
Yeah,
because it's like you can go along with the game. The storyline. I think it's going to be hard to deviate from the main storyline much at all. But I think there's definitely... You can respond in different ways that have created some different outcomes. Yeah. I'm not sure it's going to be... these games can't have enough. Remember when we did that thing for What Ify?
Yes.
Think about how difficult it was even when you're trying to do 3 different scenarios. Imagine the rabbit hole.
Briefly, right at the beginning of making content, we were approached by an Estonian startup that was basically launching a version of TikTok where you got to choose the adventure.
Just kept calling me.
I was very this creepy guy.
This creepy guy.
And I was very broke at the time, so I was just desperate for any of these paying gigs. But it's quite an interesting concept.
Yeah,
it's just TikToks where, and it meant you can have 2 different punchlines. It's quite interesting.
But that would have been absolutely it was a nightmare to go through that.
Yeah.
But we'll continue this conversation on the Patreon.
Thank you very much for listening. Subscribe to the Patreon, and yes, good luck with your endeavours.